Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News. Attleboro Mayor Paul Heroux is working to establish a committee of residents, city personnel, and community leaders who will determine the future of the newly purchased Highland Country Club. We spoke with him to find out more.
One of the things that I said that I would do when trying to get the votes for Highland Country Club was to have an informal committee. It's not going to be a permanent committee of various people. Some are city employees, some are going to be commission or committee members from other committees, and then others are going to be just regular citizens, people who want to see what happens to the future of Highland. The idea behind this committee is to come up with a broad set of recommendations that the city should pursue to basically make use of Highland Country Club. We have about 93 acres of land and we have a lot of different things we could do with that, but the committee is going to look at the entirety of the 93 acres and also plot out what we would do and where. And then those things are going to be put together in a report, sort of like the master plan for the entire city. I would then go to the council and say, okay, we need money to fund this particular aspect of it. It might be something like creating a second dog park or moving the dog park over. That might require a little bit of money. We also could do things like pursue building an amphitheater close to the high school. That's something I'd really like to see happen, but there's also grant money available for something like that. In terms of the different types of things we could do with this, whether or not it's going to just be public use or if we're going to partner with anyone, the possibility exists. In fact, I'm very hopeful that we're going to get a catering company to take over the clubhouse and they could use that as a banquet hall or a restaurant. That's one idea we had with the clubhouse. Another idea we had is possibly turning the clubhouse into a council on aging, because the current council on aging is sort of popping at the seams, if you will. We need more space, and that would actually be a great location for it because of the walking and biking trails that I hope to see throughout the grounds. The process is going to be as follows. Up until July 13th, which is next Friday, I'm going to be collecting letters of interest from the public, and they're going to basically indicate what they would like to see with this parcel of land, this 93 acres, as well as indicating their interest in general. Once I get all these letters in, I've asked people to mail them in rather than email or drop them off directly at City Hall. But once I have those, then I'm going to go through and put together a nice diverse group of people. And the process is going to be that we hold public hearings where we take input from the public and we decide, what we're going to actually include in the master plan for Highland Country Club. And at some point, hopefully later this year, we'll produce a report, and that report is going to kind of be our guiding document of what we do with this parcel of land. It's not going to be a binding document because the council has to vote on stuff, and I, the mayor, or whoever the future mayor is, would also have to put up to the council what they would like to see happen and what they'd like to see happen next. So it's just going to basically be a lot of recommendations that are created and established by the community itself. A committee will probably be formed very shortly after I get all of the letters of interest from people. I set a deadline of July 13th, which is next Friday at the close of business. I would probably extend that an extra day or so just to let letters trickle in. So the requirements to request to be on the committee is, first of all, you have to be an Attleboro resident because it's the taxpayers who are paying for this, so we want taxpayers to determine its future. But I ask that people send me a regular printed out letter to the office at 77 Park Street, identify mayor's office, and Highland Country Club committee is a subheading. If people can get those in really quickly, that'd be great. I don't want to take any emails, and I'm also not taking any Facebook messages indicating that people want to participate. I want something either hand-delivered or mailed in. I want it to be a uniform process for everyone. Over the next couple weeks after that, pull together people, and we're just going to act as a very informal team and said, this is what we'd like to see happen with the property, and these are the recommendations we're given. We'll produce that in a master document, kind of like I said, like a master plan. It'll probably be sort of an a la carte type thing where the city council and the mayor, whoever the mayor is, it could be me, it could be somebody else, because I don't expect this 93 acres to be developed in the next year and a half. That's not realistic. I don't think we would be able to afford to do that. But what I'd like to see happen is that we do things over the course of time, and hopefully this committee will create a nice guiding document for that.
That's it for today's update. You can watch all of our content by visiting our website, DoubleACS.com, by downloading the DoubleACS mobile app, or by visiting the DoubleACS Roku channel. For DoubleACS News, I'm Austin Ricketts.